Welcome, everyone, to an exciting broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports. Some great action in store tonight, seeing some of the best and brightest young players on the hardwood. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. It's Texas taking on the Kansas Jayhawks.
And you know, guys, we go back many years broadcasting college games, and it never gets old. Every big-time player makes a name for themselves at the college level, and we could see that again on display here tonight.
Well, with a guy like Freak suiting up, you know that there are going to be scouts watching his every move, but you look at the roster of both of these teams, and they're really loaded with talent.
On the court for the Longhorns, they've got Edwards, also Ellis out there. Turner is out there with Dorton, and it's Ford in at the 4 slot.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
The Jayhawks shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one. And the free throw, no good.
I think it's safe to say that the most notable Longhorn of all time is Kevin Durant. Only spent 1 year there, but that's all the time he needed to leave his mark on the program.
And we've seen Durant go on and do great things in the NBA, but he had that one magical season with the Longhorns.
Yeah, you go back to his freshman year, he was player of the year, the first freshman to achieve that status. Absolutely dominated in every way on the floor. You knew the NBA was in his future immediately.
Inside, tipped away. Stolen by Terry.
Oh, that's a tough pass to make there. He had a very narrow gap to squeeze it through and just couldn't get it done.
Ellis outside. Doherty the pass to Edwards. From 15 feet away, they recover it. Here's Ford, knocked away. And here we go, the Jayhawks with a fast break. And Duncan with the basket on the assist by Freak. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Jayhawks.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also, how about how well they defended the rim? Not just blocking shots, but also altering them here in this first half.
And so here's Texas. Following the score by Kansas, Longhorns passing it around. Ford dishes to Ellis. Shoots, down to 5 on the shot clock. And another miss by Texas. And so here's Kansas. Freak kicks to Terry. Off target at the rim.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Edwards with it. Out defended by Freak. Edwards passes to Ellis. Terry with it. Freak dishes to Oubre. Now the pass to Duncan. Here's Freak. And it's Ford with the rebound.
This is not the slam dunk contest. You don't get do-overs. You got to finish the job.
Pushing it up. Here's Oubre. Look at that jam. Beautiful.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Platoon swap here for Kansas. Texas trails by 9. So on the floor for Texas. They've got Turner. Edwards is out there at Dorton. And it's Ford in at the 4. To end the drought. No good off the front iron.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
And he drops the first one, and he can gather himself now and try to make it 2 in a row.
Boy, some really big names have come out of the Kansas Jayhawks program into the NBA. A pair of first overall picks in their history. Believe it or not, Wilt Chamberlain wasn't one of them.
And so he makes both from the line.
Well, in Texas, the Longhorns are known for their football history, actually all over the country. They have an impressive basketball alumnus list, too, though. A lot of pros have come out of Texas.
And a wide-open look for Freak. It's good from about 19 feet. Freak's got the lead up to 9 now for the Jayhawks. And so here's Texas. And here's Edwards. Kicks it to Thornton. Pass to Edwards. He dishes it to Ford. Here's the floater. He lays it in. Yes, Ford's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Kansas leads by 7. And don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half. And the second half of basketball is about to get underway, folks. Welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
And while there is a little bit of distance between the two teams, one big run could close the gap in a hurry.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. In order to hold on to this lead, they'll need to keep going to Freak to get things working for them offensively. This play in the second half of this game, critical.
Freak in at point guard. Also Duncan out there, and it's Terry in at the power forward. And for Texas, Edwards is out there with Ellis. Then it's Turner. Then there's Doherty, and it's Ford in at the 4.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And, Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
And for Kansas, Freak, he's in at point guard. Also Duncan out there, and it's Oubre in at the 3 slot. Shot's good by Turner.
And Kansas always seems to be in title contention. I mean, the program does a great job of finding tough players and having a system that fits them best. Rarely are they not a title contender. How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it.
Jayhawks leading by 9. And the Jayhawks do a great job in recruiting talent. All sorts of players have come through Kansas and found success.
Yeah, and you know they develop not only the stars like Paul Pierce and Andrew Wiggins, but role players too, guys that have made a living in the NBA as fitting into roles. Mario Chalmers and Nick Collison come to mind.
So on the floor for Texas, they've got Doherty. Ellis is out there with Edwards. Then it's Turner. And it's Ford in at the power forward position.
I love the advantage he has from a speed standpoint. Does a great job of creating separation for that shot. It just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
GA, strong work all around, and the rebound and the stuff both. Wow.
Yep, he stayed with it all the way and got his reward at the end.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Shots good by Ellis.
What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him. You know, sometimes you can see how a player can lead on the floor from the sidelines, and you see that with Freak. I mean, he's got the skills and athleticism as a point guard in addition to the leadership, too.
And, guys, people often underestimate just how important leadership is. You know, there's no stat for that, but guys like Chris Paul and Steph Curry have incredible skill, but their leadership on the floor is equally as important. Freak is a floor general in their mode. And everybody out of the way. I mean, clear the lane. We've got some rims to rattle.
What a sensational play to get to the rack for the slam.
Strong interior move, aggressive, assertive, and effective.
And the Longhorns making a change here. Hudson's checked in. Ellis kicks to Edwards. Out of bounds. Texas takes possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
We've got 1:08 left here in the second half. There's the dish to Turner. Oh, that's blocked. Out of bounds as Texas keeps possession. And 1:01 left in the second half of basketball.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
Now, Freak, clock at 6. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Ellis.
No time to spare. They need a bucket.
Without question. Again, maybe a steal or a foul to get the clock stopped as well.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within 5. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for the